And good morning. It's 7:04 on this Thursday, October 5th. It's time to head to Studio B for Coleman and Company. Our guest host today, David Hale.
Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome into a Thursday morning, October the 5th. The year is passing away quick. This is the 278th day of the year. And I want to give a quick shout out this morning to all of my fellow alumni from Castle Heights. This is Castle Heights homecoming weekend, and all those alumni will be coming in. So if you see those maroon and gold dressed guys and gals around town this weekend, they're probably here from all across literally across the world for homecoming up at Heights, and also it's Cumberland homecoming this weekend. So a busy weekend here in Lebanon with folks coming back to visit and reminisce about their times here as students in Lebanon. But to start off a Thursday morning, I have the good folks from Bates Ford here with me. Ronnie Kelly, Paul Toes, y'all are here this morning to let's talk a little bit about cars and trucks.
We got plenty of them. Anybody want to get one, come on down to Bates Ford. We'll be happy. We actually got some great deals going on right now. Ford's got some low APR on some new vehicles. I know there's one Edge we took out of the loaner program, and I actually looked at it. It had 60 months for 1.9 with $4,000 rebate plus an additional, if you wanted to go 84, it's 3.9. So I figured out a payment for a customer on that vehicle, and it was like in the $400 range. So very rarely do you see a $400 a month car payment on a vehicle now, but that Edge was a great deal.
Well, that's reminiscent of times gone by to have a $400 car payment, right? Yeah.
Ronnie probably remembers them days, don't you, Ronnie?
Yes, definitely remember those days. You know, but they went up now. But one good thing about it, like Paul said, we got a lot of inventory coming in. And matter of fact, we had about 3 trucks come in on yesterday. So we have Explorers, F-150s. So we got some great inventory. So if you come down to Bates Ford and you don't see something you like, talk with one of our friendly sales staff, because that vehicle may be PDI. We may have it in the back getting ready to come out. If you're looking for a used vehicle and you don't see it on our lot, please talk to one of our sales staff, because a lot of time we put them through service and we got them sitting on the side or in the back, and so we can take you back and show you the vehicle that we have. We have something for everyone, so come down to Bates Ford.
For a while, it got a little difficult to get pickup trucks and the SUVs especially, and that seems to have sort of eased up now. It seems like the supply chain has improved here, actually pretty drastically, hadn't it?
Yeah, that's one thing. Tony and myself, we're moving to our new location off of Franklin Road. We have a much bigger facility, and that's one of the things. Ford has a program what they call allocation. That's how many vehicles they give particular, and it's based on your prior year sales and different things. But when you're going to a lot bigger facility, we sat down with Ford and said, hey, look, we're going to build this big-ass new nice dealership. We're going to make sure that we want to make sure we've got plenty of inventory and vehicles to put on the lot. So it's really made a huge difference of getting the inventory. We had something that we rarely get yesterday. That was a black dually, brand new F-350. You don't see them vehicles very often. We had a white 450 came in last week that didn't last 24 hours. So getting a dual-wheeled vehicle that is brand new is very rare for us.
Well, and that's really a vehicle that a lot of business folks are looking for and all, because easier to letter up, easier to, and particularly the lighter colored vehicle is a little easier to keep clean.
Yeah, this vehicle it's a dually, so a lot of the construction people and people that pull equipment and stuff like that. Like I said, we had a 450 last week. It was a white one. It didn't last 24 hours. This is a black F-350 we got this week, and hopefully it won't last 24 hours.
And let's remind folks the new location where y'all are moving to.
Yeah, it's going to be 1780 Franklin Road, just off Hartman Drive. Go over top of the interstate, take a right. It's just right down on the right. I was there yesterday. Knock on wood, our air conditioner units for our showroom are supposed to be there with the crane today. once they get them in, we should be over there within a month. We couldn't really finish out the showroom due to the fact that it's got to have a controlled environment and be able to put in certain things for an air conditioner unit. But our 3 air conditioner units for the showroom should be there today. They get them in, we can finish her up. We should be over there pretty quickly.
So a target probably before the end of the year to be in the new facility?
I'm hoping November, early November, knock on wood.
Now, will y'all still maintain the West Main location with anything, or?
No, that's owned by the Burchett family, and Mr. Bates, he leased that facility, and so we needed a bigger service department and a bigger thing. Mr. Tony had the land over off of Franklin Road. He's owned it for a while, so we kind of made the decision that we felt like we needed a bigger thing, especially in service, to meet our service customers' needs. So our service department over off Franklin Road is probably 2.5 times what we got at West Main. We're kind of landlocked at West Main. If you look how many vehicles we got locked in around there where we can't really park anywhere. So we're looking forward to moving over off Franklin Road.
Well, and with the way technology changes anymore, it's no longer just turning wrenches. There's a lot of newer technology, computerization, and things like that, and sometimes it just takes that big upgrade to keep up with the times.
Yeah, a Ford rep gave me a poster years ago, and I used to have it right by the cashier's office, and it said, "It's not brain surgery, but it's close." If you open the hood on one of these new late model vehicles, it's very difficult, and these guys got to be really intelligent to know all these new computer systems, and with the onboard technology and things they got now, it's really, really tough to be able to make sure you know what you're doing.
Years ago, when I dealt with two-way radio equipment and stuff a lot, my radio tech guy used to say that today's high tech is tomorrow's junk, and that's really the case with the way things have moved in technology with automobiles, well, and everything, but particularly with automobiles.
Yeah, it's a whole different world now.
Ronnie, you want to tell folks to come out and see y'all?
Yes, you come out to Bates Ford. If you have anything that you want to turn, if you want to turn into cash, bring it down to Bates Ford, because we're the dealer that'll trade for anything that don't eat.
There you go. Give them a phone number to find you.
615-444-8055.
And right now it's still down on West Main and headed toward Franklin Road and a view of the interstate. We appreciate you being here on Thursday mornings.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Bates Ford, our Thursday sponsor here on Coleman and Company, and we're going to swap some seats here. A gentleman who I've known for quite some time. I guess that speaks of why we don't have dark-colored hair and have gray hair anymore. My friend Chris Krause.
Good morning, David.
Good morning, and you are the Ward 4 City Council representative, but you're also the Mayor Pro Tem, aren't you?
That's correct.
So, I'm here with the important folks, MJ, this morning. The mantle of power.
Well, the most important thing is that MJ Lucas is a proud resident of Ward 4, as am I. So we've got many distinguished residents of the city of Lebanon that live in Ward 4.
I tell you what, let's do, because people don't always visualize where the different wards are. Tell them just roughly the boundaries of Ward 4.
So Ward 4 really is sort of the southwest part of Lebanon. So we run from near the Cumberland Presbyterian area, Leeville Pike, Castle Heights Avenue, all the way out Leeville Pike through Eastgate. So the Eastgate industrial area is also in the city. It comes back up 109 just in the Hickory Ridge Road area. And then it goes all the way south past Wilson Central on 109. So it's a very large geographical area, geographical part of the city. And of course, as you know, the city is almost 40 square miles. It's a huge geographic area, one of the largest towns geographically in the state of Tennessee, its size. So.
Well, and folks don't always understand how those decisions are made to who's in which ward. but it is more than just the land mass in that ward. It's really the population to ensure that there's equal representation for folks. And you may have a smaller district, but it has the same population density, or as close as possible, as one maybe with a lot more acreage in it.
Yeah, and it's a good point too, David. I mean, really over the last 20, 30 years, we've seen a lot of growth on the western part of the city. Several subdivisions have come in, but we've also had several that have come in on the northern side of Lebanon, out 231 in that area. And there's been several units that have come, we can almost see from the radio station here on East Main and the bypass, Bluebird, here Troutdale Ferry, so several more housing units coming in this way.
And with that kind of growth also comes traffic headed into Nashville. Let's find out about it, MJ.
Thanks, David. Let's see what's happening. It's all brought to you by our friends at Absolute Kubota. They have a deal designed to keep you ahead of schedule. Check out the world's #1 selling compact excavator plus 0% financing. It's going on now until the end of the year. Absolute Kubota, 1506 West Main. Now in traffic, here's Chuck.
Morning. I'm looking at an accident with injuries. It's going to be in South Nashville on 65 southbound at Harding Place. It's got a couple of lanes of traffic blocked. One car looks like it went over the guardrail. Again, that's South Nashville, 65 southbound at Harding Place. A crash over to the side on 24 westbound at OHB and Antioch, slowing down that traffic now coming in from Rutherford County. Give yourself extra time up through the Hickory Hollow area, leaving Rutherford County. Hey, Smoky Mountain Fall Festival going on now at Ober-Gatlinburg. Check it out at obergatlinburg.com. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
Hello, this is Elisa Eakes from Sherry's Hope, and I'd like to wish WANT a happy 30th anniversary.
This is Archie Grooms. Want to say happy anniversary to WANT FM 98.9. Just a local boy on a local radio station.
This is Galen Wilson with Wilson Rides, and we just want to wish WANT a happy 30th anniversary.
This is fantastic Fred Anthony, the Saturday Night Wizard at WANT. I'd like to wish them a happy 30th anniversary and have 30 more years.
Renewal happens here at Lebanon Center for Rehabilitation and Healing. Lebanon Center for Rehabilitation and Healing has experienced new leadership and a new atmosphere. Same location in the heart of Lebanon, 731 Castle Heights Court on the Castle Heights campus. Lebanon Center for Rehabilitation and Healing is providing 5-star clinical outcomes to short-term and long-term care residents. Call 615-444-4319 for a tour and to experience the new culture. Renewal happens here at Lebanon Center for Rehabilitation and Healing.
I'm Michael Starr, a licensed local insurance agent with Health Markets Insurance Agency in Lebanon, Tennessee. Choosing the right Medicare plan for you can be confusing. Let me help you find a plan that best fits your needs and budget. Call 615-830-4875 to speak with a licensed insurance agent for a free appointment, virtually, by phone, or in person, to review your specific needs and help find a plan that's right for you. Health Markets Insurance Agency Incorporated is licensed in all states and D.C. Service and product availability varies. Agents may be compensated based on enrollment. No obligation to enroll.
What is your passion? How can you use that passion to enrich your community? Hi, this is Melanie Minter, President and CEO of the Lebanon-Wilson County Chamber of Commerce. Your chamber is the resource for making connections to fulfill your passion. Whether education, nonprofit, agriculture, entertainment, or government relations, Wilson County offers a place for you to be involved. Your chamber connects businesses, individuals, and your passion to the community. We have an enthusiasm for excellence. Join us and catch the spirit. Call or visit our office at 149 Public Square in Lebanon.
Well, good morning. Welcome back in, Coleman and Company this morning. Chris, we have learned something important during the break. We found out that we don't have hair that's getting lighter. We have wisdom hair.
Yeah, Susie James came in and gave us that piece of information, and I thought, wow, I feel a whole lot better now.
I really do. I mean, it's just affected my whole persona.
Yeah, my day just got a whole lot brighter.
Absolutely, because we're not getting old. We have wisdom hair.
I also learned something else too, David, about the Castle Heights radio station. This isn't your first experience on the air.
I actually have been on the air on WCOR and not WANT, but WCOR in 1972, because Castle Heights had a radio station, and the station here was sort of a supervising station for that educational. It was all student run, and the call letters were WLCH, and and at night, at that time, WCOR had to go off the air when it got dark. They were called dusk to dawn stations, but if they were part of an educational program, they could stay on the air. So they flipped a switch, and we became 2 stations and gave 2 sets of call letters.
Wow.
So the WCOR and later WANT have been serving this community a long time.
Wow. So you've got one of the longest tenures on the air in Wilson County.
No, I think Fred probably got me beat. Fred was out here when they just had a few wires and one of those Marconi radio sets with a crystal in it, sending out the good vibes.
Well, I guess the tie back in this morning, David, is Fred is on the city council with me, and Fred represents Ward 2, which is where the radio station is.
Yeah, absolutely. And Fred's been there on the council several years too.
Quite a few.
Is he the senior member of the council?
He is. He is. He sure is. He's been on there a long time, and Tick Bryan probably would be next, and then after that it gets quite a bit younger. Joey and I came on about the same time, and then Camille. And then, of course, Phil Moorhead was just elected this last time, took Jenny Lynn Brinkman's place.
So, and Fred very obviously seen a lot of changes in city government, but you have too, because the city of Lebanon historically has always been pretty progressive. Its council has always been pretty with conservative values, but still be progressive.
We have, and I think one example of that, David, I brought a document with me this morning, and we don't have enough time to go all the way through it because it's 150 some odd pages, but it's the Parks Master Plan that we just passed in the City Council, and it talks about sort of our future plans for parks, but one of the big things, and we've heard Mayor Rick Bell talking about this, and he may have touched on it yesterday when he was out here, but we've got a new soccer sports complex coming in on 231 South, and we're really excited about that. We're going to have 5 soccer fields out there. I was just talking to William Porter yesterday, who's our Parks and Recreation manager, and he was saying the fields were really coming along nicely. We're going to have 5 fields out there. We're going to have 2 turf fields, artificial turf fields, and then 3 natural turf fields. And he said they were really starting to develop, and we'll just have to see how it goes, because it's one of those things when we start play on them, we want them to be safe and well established so that they can carry on for a long time. But really excited about that.
Well, and those particular fields, there's been a good bit of vision about that, because in the construction and management of those fields, y'all are going to be able to help some with the downtown flooding, because that's where the lion's share of water that causes flooding problems for the downtown area starts out, and I know y'all are making some planning and so forth in your construction to help mitigate that problem by controlling the rate of flow as it leaves from out that area, in that area. So again, progressive with the soccer fields and quality of life things, but with also with a conservative vision of having another use.
Well, we definitely want to keep the goals out in front of us of the things that we want to accomplish for the city, while also trying to be as efficient as possible with taxpayer dollars and make sure that we spend those wisely. And speaking of the taxpayer dollars, David, we just got an update Tuesday night at the City Council. The report I've got here goes back 10 years. And I believe it's safe to say, because the last 10 years would be the best that we've had, we had $2,067,265 in sales tax revenue reporting for the last month. And so that would have been the best September reporting we've ever had in the city of Lebanon. And we follow that up with three really strong years. As strange as it sounds, the COVID year, 2021 fiscal year was, we were up 41% in sales tax revenue. Everybody was ordering stuff from home, I guess, and having it delivered. And then in 21-22, we were up 17%. Last year, we were up another 6%. So, this year we started out strong in the first reporting, and crossing our fingers that this will be another strong year for the city.
Well, you and I have both been involved over the years with the Chamber of Commerce, and those numbers are an example of the importance of shopping here at home, shopping Wilson County, shopping Lebanon, because the more that you can support the city budget, county budgets with sales tax money, the less that you have to depend on property tax.
Exactly. And sometimes it's as simple as somebody filling up their car with gasoline before they go to Nashville or before they go on a trip, rather than getting outside the county and filling up down the road somewhere. So just sometimes little decisions like that. Obviously, eating out, trying to support all of our local restaurants. We hear frequently that folks want to see new restaurants, but when folks come into town, they want to see how the restaurants are doing that are here. And so, they're going to be looking at that. And speaking of that, we've got some new ones in Ward 4 down there. We've got the new Zaxby's out in front of Publix. I think the mayor pointed out, actually on the radio a few months ago, how well the Publix was doing down there. They're already about where they wanted to be in terms of store revenue. So we're really excited about that. I went down, was getting ready for Judge Kane's daughter got married this weekend, and picked up some donuts and carried them out to the girls. My daughter was in their wedding, and they were getting ready. We picked up some donuts at the new Dunkin' Donuts down there at 109, and they were just hopping. It took a while for us to get our donuts, and it wasn't because they were slow. It's because they were just really busy. And there's a lot of business to be had in across the city of Lebanon, and then that corridor. There's just if you're down there at 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning, or 4 o'clock in the afternoon, it's traffic as far as you can see at 109 and 40, and along Hartman Drive, West Main, out in this area, again the bypass and so forth. Traffic all over the city, and we're doing our best to deal with that in terms of turn lanes and additional paving and planning and so forth. Working with developers, I had met with Jeff Baines yesterday, who's the director of Public Works. We've changed his title over the years. I think that's the right title, David. But he works hard really for the city, and we were kind of going over some things to make sure we highlighted. One of the big things in Ward 4 is down the Woodall Road area, 109 across from the Genesco plant, or Genesco facility there. We had some residents. There's a dead end back in there where some residents couldn't get out, but when there was flooding occurring, and so we worked with a developer who's coming in. We fashioned an SP. I've been on before and talked a little bit about that. But an SP is a specific plan. Instead of just designating a blanket zoning for someone to do whatever it says in the zoning regulation, it's something where everything is articulated in there that they're supposed to do. And if they do what they're supposed to do, the city will do its part. And so basically they're going to build a new road. It'll come back out on the 109, and there'll be a turn signal or a signal there at 109, and that'll be a big public benefit to those folks. even when the weather is fine, it'll be good for them to be able to get back out there. But certainly when we have flooding or heavy rainfall events, it'll be good for people to get out in another way. So we're really excited about that. And like I say, the down in that area, we've got several businesses that are looking at coming in as well. So it's an exciting time to be in the city of Lebanon right now. We get calls every day from folks wanting to come and talk to us. There's some things that haven't quite gotten to the point of letting everyone in the public know because of confidentiality and so forth. Lots of activity.
Chris, we could fill up a whole day of talking about the city of Lebanon and all. And I appreciate you being here. Appreciate your efforts on behalf of your ward and on behalf of the city and all. And I appreciate you being my guest this morning. Chris Crowell, the Ward 4 city council person here in Lebanon, and the mayor pro tem has been my first half guest. We're going to find out all about those folks riding in traffic.
Thanks, David. Let's see what's happening on the roadways. Thanks to our friends at Beats Ford and the Works Vehicle Checkup. They'll make sure your vehicle is ready for any road. $59.95 up to 5 quarts oil, tax and disposal, tire rotation, and safety check. 1673 West Main. Now at traffic, here's Chuck.
Good morning. They're still on the scene working this accident, but it's not backed up as bad as it was on 65 southbound at Harding Place. Traffic's just really heavy in the normal spots. For this time of the morning, trying to get through Hermitage on 40 going westbound there at Central Pike. It's also very heavy 24 out through the Hickory Hollow area as you come in from Rutherford County. Give yourself a little extra time from Murfreesboro towards Nashville just to be on the safe side. Prince's Hot Chicken is hiring in all locations. Check out the menu, princeshotchicken.com. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
It's your first day in business, a new space, real investors, and butterflies the size of dinner plates. For peace of mind, protect your dream and call THW Insurance. Local folks representing quality companies like Westfield Insurance. Whether your business is large or small, contact Lori Carter at 615-443-6530 or stop in and see her at Wilson Bank and Trust, 1476 North Mount Juliet Road.
And now, a moment of silence to remember our dear friend.
Sorry. Oh, man. Life can be uncomfortable. Your home doesn't have to be. With a wide range of air conditioners, furnaces, and heat pumps, Rheem makes it easy to feel comfortable, even when you can't be comfortable.
Financing available through TVA's Energy Right program and your local power company. Call Randy's Heat and Air 237-3604.
Hey, this is Paul with Bates Ford, and we got some great deals for you. Ford is offering free pickup and delivery. That's right, free pickup and delivery. If you need your vehicle serviced, give us a call at Bates Ford. We'll come pick it up, service it, and deliver it back to you free of charge. We got $39.95 oil changes, meter beat anybody's price on tires, cheapest battery in town. On the sales side, we've got 0% interest is back. We've got a great new and used inventory on www.tonybatesford.com. That's Bates Ford, the dealer that will trade for anything that don't eat.
Expecting mostly cloudy skies through the morning and a chance of showers this afternoon, then high of around 80. Tonight, a 50% chance of showers and storms that low down to 61. 50% chance of showers continuing for Friday, a little cooler, high of 76. This weather forecast is brought to you by Walker Auction and Realty. Professional auction and real estate services. Get top dollar for your home, land, or personal property. Log on to MikeWalkerAuctions.com. They know auctions. Let's look at your forecast. I'm Stormy Clausen.
Well, good morning. Welcome back in, Coleman and Company, in the second half of this Thursday. And I started out the program saying it's the 278th day of the year. I'm just really not sure where the year has gone. The more wisdom hair, we found out on the first half that Chris Crowd and I don't have lighter colored hair. We have wisdom hair. So the more wisdom hair I get, the faster the years seem to go by. And speaking of folks with great wisdom and great wisdom hair, my second half sponsors are AG and Johnson Realty, and my friend Jay White here with us this morning. Morning, Jack.
Good morning. How are you this morning, Dave?
Did you know before this morning that you had wisdom hair?
You know, I didn't. I like that. I like that.
Absolutely. I'm going to use it all weekend.
It's a good thing. I mean, we've got plenty of it, don't we?
Absolutely. And this is homecoming weekend at Heights, and I'll have lots of my Heights alumni friends in, and so I'm going to use that. No, I haven't got gray. I have wisdom hair.
That's what that big tent up there at City Hall, close to City Hall, is for this weekend.
Absolutely. The Alumni Association owns what was the library when school was open, and the little piece of property right there next to it. And then the folks that own the rest of that right there are good enough to let us put all that tent and all up for the Alumni Association. There's usually about 450 or so folks that come in for that every year. So,
well, it'll be a good gathering up there. Good place to be. It looks like you're going to have great weather. It's going to be a little cooler, so things will work out well there.
Absolutely. We've had it when it was so cold, everybody was bundled up, and we've had it when people were in shorts.
Well,
so you just never know about October weather.
October weather here is a little different, isn't it? We never know.
Absolutely. But if folks are looking to move here for the weather.
That's right. We've got plenty of places for them to go, David. And this Saturday, October the 7th, we're going to be in DeKalb County at Butterball Road in Liberty, Tennessee. But it's right over the county line. We've got the opportunity to present 185 acres. We're selling 18 tracts from 5 to 54 acres tracts. They range from 5 to 54 acres. There's 2 barns on this. This place is just has rolling fields, rolling level open fields on it. It also has some great wooded areas on it. But if you're interested in buying some acreage just a little ways out of Wilson County, get over into DeKalb County, close to the Wilson, DeKalb, Rutherford County line. It's just a beautiful area up in there. We expect to have a good turnout up there. It's just a great place. I mean, a good location. It's not near as far out as it used to be, as I like to say. It used to be, you'd think that when you went to Liberty, you thought you'd have to carry your lunch. But today, it's just right around the corner from Walmart and all the other amenities. But anyway, come out and be with us Saturday for that 185 acres. It's a great opportunity to put some to buy an acreage tract in the path of progress.
So the largest tract being 54?
The largest
acres?
being 54 and the smallest being just a shade over 5.
So those folks with horses and
cattle.
The gentleman farmer, as my family used to call them, that's a perfect property for them.
Perfect place for them, or the 54 acres. You could get into it full time if you'd like to up there. But then after Thursday morning at 10 o'clock, at 11 o'clock, not 10 o'clock, on Thursday, October the 12th, next week, a week from today, we're going to be selling a tract of land on Southside Park Drive here in Lebanon. It's located just out 231 South, close to the soccer fields that you all were just talking about. This is a piece of property that is already zoned light industrial. It's a little 2+ acre tract. Be a very desirable tract if you need some type of small business or small industrial type business. If you would need a place to build you a building or store equipment, it's already zoned for that. You don't get the opportunity here in Lebanon, Tennessee, to buy very much industrial property. We don't have a lot left that's not been developed. It's going to be a rare opportunity and a great investment. That will be held. This sale will be held at the Justice Center at South College Street here in Lebanon. It will not be on site, but come by. They go by and you can see it. You can drive by out in the industrial park and drive by it, but we will not be on site that morning. We will be at the Judicial Center at 134 South College Street at 11 o'clock to sell that piece of property.
That's a location with some easy access back to the interstate several different ways.
It really is. It really is. It would be a great place to locate a small business there. And then next Saturday afternoon, we're going to Mount Juliet. We'll be down on Underwood Road, down in the Gladeville, Mount Juliet area. It does have a Mount Juliet address, but I like to call it the Glade. But We're going to sell 11 acres and two separate tracts out there. They're just, they're wooded tracts. Be a nice wooded area out there if you're looking for some recreational property or somewhere just to, add to your holdings out there. Next Thursday night at 6, we'll be out on Underwood Road selling some tracts out there. And then on Saturday the 14th, we'll roll into Saturday the 14th. We'll be at 10 o'clock. We're coming back into Lebanon down on Westmead. If you need a small little ranch house, 3 bedrooms, 2 bath, does need some updating and it's been partially, I guess you could say, renovation ready. It's had some things done to it to help with the renovations, and it needs some finishing up work. But I mean, just a nice little home. If you want to put a little sweat equity in it, it'd be a great place to live. Right in the heart of town. So come out and be with us. We've got a lot of personal property that day, but it looks like we're going to be real busy in the next 7 days. And come out and be with us, and I think you'll have some great opportunities to buy some great properties.
The real estate industry continues to boom. It seems like there was a lot of speculation about whether it would drop off drastically, but it seems to be holding its own.
We live in such a great area, and when you're this close to an international airport that they've put the money into, that they've just put into, in my opinion, and I don't think we've seen anything yet. When they get all this airport completed, and you're 15 miles from an international airport with all the traffic coming in and out of the interstates the way it's going to be, I mean, we're just going to see an influx of people keep coming because. With that kind of infrastructure, and you can't go into any other big city that close to an airport like that and not see growth.
I'll tell you, I recently have done a little bit of traveling, flying, and Nashville just has a great airport. I think it's one of the easiest to make your way through, and like you said, the improvements that they're making out there. It's really going to make a difference, people traveling through here.
I really do. I had the opportunity to go down to a small little open house that they had before the big open house the other day, and I got a little tour through that. And it's just absolutely amazing what they have planned down there. Absolutely. I had no idea that what was going on down there is going on.
And even our own local, our Lebanon airport, it's a pretty amazing facility for a town the size of Lebanon to have a quality facility like that. And the folks out there at the airport are really just gangbusters out there, making that thing really shine.
I agree with you wholeheartedly. I really do. But come out and be with us for the next couple of weeks. We've got plenty to sell. We got a whole diversity of different types of properties that we're going to be selling in the next week. So come be with us starting Saturday morning.
Give them a number where they can give you a shout.
All right. We're at A.G. and Johnson. We're located at 728 West Main Street. Our phone number is 615-444-0909.
If they want to find out about any of them we talked about this morning, and probably plenty of others that you've got listed, they need to give you a call.
Absolutely.
Dave White, I appreciate you being here with me this morning, my friend.
I've enjoyed it. Thank you.
Absolutely.
You got it, Tim.
And that's right. You're going to turn the helm over to my friend Tim Leeper. It's been a great day today. Everybody I've had on are folks that I consider friends, and Tim, same with you. I appreciate you being here.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
I was a little worried I hadn't seen you come, but you made that Coleman entry. You know, he always comes in sort of in a cloud of dust like the Lone Ranger, and you arrived in plenty of time.
Yeah, we hook slid in here about 3 minutes till.
Well, see, that it's 3 minutes early, right? The light hadn't come on for you yet. How's things in the roofing business?
Things are good. It's been a good year this year, and we're beginning to run out of things to do, but it always happens this time of year. We always have enough work to push us into mid-December or so, and just a few projects pushing into next year. But we're beginning to slow down. We're starting to see it slow down. Now the leads are still coming in, but pretty much the things that we're selling at this point on the commercial side are generally going to go in the first quarter of next year. And everything that we're selling residentially will go this year before December. But commercial's a different bird.
So is part of that slowdown based on people concerned about the weather as far as having their roof worked on? Does that play into it? Is that a factor?
Yeah, I think every year it's a cycle. It's it slows down and speeds up at the same time. It always slows down when the kids get out of school because people's taking vacations. It picks back up when they go back into school in August and September. And it goes all the way through mid-December, and then it slows down for the holidays. But people are in a rush typically to get everything done before they have a holiday company. If they're going to have their in-laws in town, the last thing they want them to do is talk about the roof leak they got over the kitchen table while they're having dinner.
That's right, and I think that maybe people sort of prioritize. They want to have that holiday money and maybe try to push back repair type work and things.
Well, I think partly is that, but another thing, I think that there's a misunderstanding about cold weather and roofing. When it's 30 degrees, probably not a good idea to be putting shingles on. Now you can still put a metal roof on in cold weather, but they're different. But on the shingle roofs, you want to try to put those on when it's 35 and rising, best case. But realistically, it's better to put a roof on in the cooler weather than it is in hotter weather. In hotter weather, it mars your shingles up, and you get foot traffic on it. All those guys walking on your roof once you put it on, and they minimize it, the foot traffic in the way that they lay out the install. But you're still going to get foot traffic on it. In the cold weather, you don't lose near as much granules, and you don't have to worry about scarring your shingles up. So something people don't think about.
While folks are riding toward Nashville, let's find out about what the traffic's going to do.
Thanks, David. Let's see what's happening. It's all brought to you by Absolute Kubota. They have a deal designed to keep you ahead of schedule. Check out the world's #1 selling compact excavator plus 0% financing. It's going on now until the end of the year. Absolute Kubota, 1506 West Main. Now at traffic, here's Chuck.
Good morning. Accident involving some injuries out here. It's got traffic really slow. Listen up. It's 40 westbound, just past 440. It's got traffic really slow over there around Jefferson Street. Again, going westbound on I-40, just past 440 on this wreck with injuries. Still some heavy traffic right now. 24 coming in from Rutherford County up through the Hickory Hollow area. It's really saturated now with a lot of heavy traffic on 40 west coming in from Hermitage, headed towards Donaldson. Princess Hot Chicken is hiring at all locations. Check them out at princesshotchicken.com. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
Hi, this is Corey Cluck with Sherry's Hope, and we just want to wish WANT a very happy 30th anniversary.
This is Tim Leeper with Tim Leeper Roofing, wishing the radio station happy 30 years, and here's to 30 more.
Hey, y'all, this is Lindsay Johnson with Kane and Crowell Law Office. I want to wish WANT a happy 30th birthday.
I'm retired Mike Barbie with the Wilson County Sheriff's Office. I want to wish WANT a happy 30th anniversary.
This is Kesney Beatty with Sherry's Hope, and we just want to wish WANT a happy 30th anniversary.
I'm Michael Starr, a licensed local insurance agent with Health Markets Insurance Agency in Lebanon, Tennessee. Choosing the right Medicare plan for you can be confusing. Let me help you find a plan that best fits your needs and budget. Call 615-830-4875 to speak with a licensed insurance agent for a free appointment, virtually, by phone, or in person, to review your specific needs and help find a plan that's right for you. Health Markets Insurance Agency Incorporated is licensed in all states and D.C. Service and product availability varies. Agents may be compensated based on enrollment. No obligation to enroll.
Are you thinking about buying a new home? Let A.G. & Johnson assist you with your new home search. From the first-time home buyer to the empty nester, we are experienced in all facets of the home buying process. We will be with you every step of the way. No matter if you are buying, selling, downsizing, or upsizing, we can assist you with your real estate needs. Call us at 615-444-0909 or find us online at agandjohnson.com or Facebook A.G. & Johnson Realty. A.G. & Johnson is your community's trusted realty and auction company.
When it comes to Medicare plans designed to meet your needs and budget, there's no place like Farm Bureau Health Plans. We've got Medicare Advantage plans, Medicare supplements, Part D, dental, vision, designed with folks like you in mind. Visit our office at 214 North Castle Heights here in Lebanon. You can see Charlotte Webster for your Medicare or other health plan needs. You can always get a quote for auto, home, life insurance, and also commercial insurance. And again, West Dugan, Farm Bureau, Castle Heights office.
And welcome back in the second half of Coleman and Company this morning. I'm David Hale, sitting in for the vacation in Coleman Walker. I appreciate him trusting me with the helm today. My guest on the second half is Mr. Tim Leeper from Tim Leeper Roofing, but also from Mama's Metal Roofing. And I know that you have done metal roofing for a good while, but made a separate division now to manage that, because as we were talking about in the break, while there are a lot of similarities, metal roofing has its own intricacies that need a little extra expertise.
Yeah, they do. The only reason that Mama's Metal Roofing even exists is because my guys came to me and said, hey, listen, the crews are completely different for metal than shingles and even flat roofs. People who do metal typically are really good at metal or they're okay at metal but do shingles well. And so they said, we're really just, we don't do a lot of it. It's easier just to cut it out, focus on shingles and commercial roofing. That's okay, that's fine, but I'll start one myself. And so we keep a pretty bare bones crew. I've got one crew that I use, and I've got one project manager, and then, a couple girls in the office part-time that help me. But other than that, it's a pretty bare bones crew. We keep low overhead to be competitive with pricing. And so the metal roofing that we've got are guys who traditionally, they just do metal. They can do other things. We can do shingles and things like that too, but traditionally we stick with metal. It's standing seam, screw down panels. We can even do the stone-coated steel stuff, but it's just so pricey that people have a hard time paying that. So we stick to pretty much two predominant metal roof patterns, which is screw-down panels, residential panels, and standing seam.
Well, and so if I were the homeowner, either in a restoration situation, a remodeling, or even new construction for that matter, what would be the things I need to consider if I'm trying to pick between a shingle roof and a metal roof?
Well, it seems like not too long ago you were in that position.
I was.
and we were having this conversation, and you yourself chose a metal roof, for the project that we were talking about. But you consider a couple of things in a metal and shingle roofing. The first thing you want to consider is longevity. How long is your metal roof going to last? How long is your shingle roof going to last? The next thing you look at is aesthetics. Does a metal roof work on your house or your project? Sometimes the answer is no. If you're in a subdivision and you've got a lot of these newer homes, they're just not all set up for metal roofs. They have some accent panels that they set up. You've seen a lot of shingle roofs with accent, either bay windows or porches or different additions that are metal, and that can work. But does it make sense aesthetically? And then you need to look at the cost. How long are you going to be in the home? Are you going to be there for 2 or 3 years? And that you're going to, sell that home. It's something to consider for the resale value. Metal seems to stand out a little bit better. And if I pull up to a house that I'm looking at and they're right next door to each other, they're two houses, the one has shingles and one has metal, I'm probably, as somebody that's been in the industry in construction, I'm going to pay attention more to the one with a metal roof. Not to justify it, because I know I'm going to have way less maintenance on those metal roofs than I will a shingle roof.
Well, and as we were talking about at the break, some houses just aren't designed to look right with a metal roof, and there's nothing wrong with the shingle roof. But there are, at least from the things that I looked at in my particular project, I felt like there were there were a lot of reasons to go with the metal roof, and it aesthetically it fit the neighborhood and those kind of things. So it was a good choice for me. But just across the street, it might not have looked right. It might have looked out of place. So.
That's right. And with the good thing is with me, when you call me out, you'll get somebody who can do both. I can do metal or I can do shingles, and we can talk about it. All I can tell you is my experience and what I have seen, what I've seen work, and what maybe doesn't. If it might not look good for you, I'll tell you, hey, I don't know that it makes sense for a metal roof in this situation. But I also do, we do everything. I do repairs and commercial roofs, so I can look at most anything that people call me for. Some things I'll refer back to Tim Leeper Roofing. If it's something that's a better fit for them, some things I'll take care of in-house with Mama's Metal. I try to stay around here local, though, when possible. I really don't like to go to Nashville to Brentwood if I don't have to. If I know somebody and you've got a house that's in Donaldson, you say, hey, Tim, could you look at it? Of course, I'm going to go look at it. But if it's just somebody that's calling me up out of the blue, I don't do a lot of marketing and advertising outside of Wilson County and Lebanon. I'd rather stay here if I can help it.
Well, and, one of the things that I appreciated in the project you did for me is the care that your crews took with my property. They worked hard to protect windows and the rest of the structure, and when it was all said and done, I didn't have a yard full of roofing nails and stuff left over from the project, and I appreciated the professional way that y'all managed the job site.
Well, thank you. That it's fun you say that, because that's one thing that people will remember is how you leave their job. You can do the best job, and if you miss a couple of nails that are in the driveway and they pick them up in their tire, that's what they'll remember about your company. It doesn't matter how good your job is. If you do a poor cleanup, that's what will get remembered. And what I've also found is the guys are not nearly as concerned as the ladies are. If you leave a messy job, they'll remember that. So what we try to do is when I finish a job, whether it's a shingle or a metal job, doesn't matter. If you've got a deck, we'll blow everything off on the deck. We'll move the pots. We'll move the grill back away from everything, clean everything out. If there's any nails that have got down between the deck boards, we pick those up. We blow off the window sills, the air conditioner units, the walkways. We'll get in the mulch beds with rakes and nail magnets and go around all your plants and shrubs. And then we will run the nail magnet in your driveway, and then we'll blow the driveway. See, a nail has a 3/8 inch head on the roofing nail. And when you take a blower, if you run the nail magnet, you might miss some things. But if you run the blower on it, you can see them rock back and forth, when they start blowing with the blower, and you can just pick them up. So, and then once we're done, we'll get down kind of on our hands and knees and just kind of eyeball it at eye level, and you can see they'll be sticking up. So, we don't have very many problems with nails, but we also spend a little extra time cleaning up when we get done, because really that's what people remember.
Let's talk just a little bit about the durability of metal roofs in severe weather and all that. That really seems to have been a big thing here lately with more frequent storms than in the past, and the durability of metal roofs and shingles, and then how do insurance companies look at those repairs?
Well, I think that insurance companies really love metal roofs because they know that typically, they're going to last longer than what a shingle roof is going to last. They're not resistant to hail, but you're going to have pretty good sized hail to beat up a metal roof versus what you'll have to beat up a shingle roof. Shingles get hot, and in the heat of the day, you get a hailstorm come through, and it'll make marks on the shingles easier than it will on the metal roof. Metal does hold up very, very well if they're fastened properly, if they're installed properly. I have seen roofs. I get called out. I can't tell you how many calls I get from people who have an existing metal roof, but they're having a leak in it or it's a problem, and they say, man, I just don't like these metal roofs. And I get up there and there's an install problem. And I said, it's not the metal roof you really have a problem with. It's the It's the install. You've got, you didn't have a pitch transition installed right here. They just put two pieces of metal together, hoping that it would shed water the right way. And we go in there and fix it, and they never have a problem again. So it's really just install issues. But insurance companies, I do think they really enjoy seeing those metal roofs because they know their probably claims are going to be less with the metal roof.
And so what are the warranties? How do the warranties compare shingle versus metal?
Well, shingle warranty, traditionally on your material, you're going to get what they call limited lifetime, but after about 5 years, it begins to prorate. And so you have less warranty in year 6 than you did in the first 5 years. And that's really against the manufacturer defects. If they're curling or losing granules, or if they had bad asphalt or don't match. Whereas a metal roof, you're going to get a 40-year non-prorated, color fade warranty and material warranty. So if there's an issue with that metal in 40 years, you get the same warranty in year 38 than you had in year 1.
And the metal roofs nowadays are not like the old tin roofs that used to be on a barn and you drive through the country and they're all rusted out and that kind of thing. There's a tremendous difference in the product itself now versus back then.
They used to have Galvalume or galvanized products. Now the galvanized, which would rust, just had a zinc coating. Once the zinc wore off, it would rust. Now they've got what they call Galvalume, which is an alloy of galvanized and other metals that have a rust inhibiting, products in the metal. So it's come a long way.
And it's amazing to me how many different color choices there are as well.
Yeah, they have certainly come a long way.
Yeah. We appreciate Tim Lee for roofing. We appreciate you being here this morning. And Mama's Metals, we appreciate you being here, Tim. And I hope all of you have a safe rest of the day.